Vivica Fox reveals that she wants to date 50 Cent again.
She gotta
she's
let
gonna
it
have
go.
to
She
fight
gotta
for
let
him.
that go.
You can like fantasize about Fifth from 15 years ago. That's a different Fifth than this fat that's walking around now.
Oh, so the initiating.
Yes, I was very attracted to him. Still am.
Yes.
You know, I want to thank Vivica Fox for wearing that dress too.
You'd think after 20 years, Vivica A. Fox would finally be over 50 Cent, but here we are again. And the internet is clowning, because 50 just reignited one of Hollywood's pettiest, longest-running feuds with a single post that had everybody screaming. It all started when Vivica sat down for yet another interview last week, meant to promote her new reality show and upcoming film. But instead, she couldn't resist bringing up her old flame. The interviewer barely finished asking about her past celebrity relationships, before Vivica smirked and said, "Let's just say, some chemistry never fades."
For my birthday, he filled my entire house with my favorite flowers, which were Casablancas and gardenias.
Is it true that you turned the 12-carat ring into a pair of earrings?
Yeah. And that was it. Those 6 words flipped the whole internet upside down. Within hours, fans were tagging 50 Cent all over social media, flooding his comments and reminding him that Vivica was still talking about him in 2025. One fan wrote, "Ain't no way she's still reminiscing about 2003, while another joked,
Was he in love with you?
Very much. I mean, I think that the reason why it's haunted me for such a long time is I found out later that he wanted to propose to me. He's very romantic, and he's like a big teddy bear.
Yeah.
And see, I know that side of him, and he's very sweet and very kind and gives the best hugs.
50 must have had that kryptonite far, but you know 50, he wasn't gonna let that slide, not even for nostalgia's sake. He hit Instagram with a meme that said, "When your ex still talking about you after 2 decades, you did something right."
Man, my love life is great.
It's like the first time, though, when Vivica gives you the go-ahead and says she's going to get naked in your bed. Is it awesome?
Yeah, it's exciting.
Are you able to hold out a long time?
No.
Is she loud in bed? Like, did she make a lot of noise? Does she make a lot of noise?
Nah, she don't make a lot of noise.
She doesn't?
Then he doubled down with a clip of himself laughing on stage at one of his final lap tour stops, captioning it, "It's giving Lifetime Achievement Award in obsession." The man turned the situation into a whole comedy show. Classic 50 fashion. But underneath the jokes, fans could feel that old tension creeping back. Because the truth is, this back and forth between Vivica and 50 has been running longer than some people's careers. Let's take it back. Their story started in the early 2000s when nobody expected those two worlds to collide. The Hollywood diva and the street king of hip-hop.
It was the first time that I went public with the relationship that I should have maybe taken the time. Yeah, it was him. He was like, she's exploiting me, she's trying to use me for, to get publicity, and which was so not true. I was about to be in a film with,
Yeah, you're very famous. You
winning
don't get
actors,
that.
and I've been acting for years, but, I just considered that ghetto love. That was his way of dealing with it.
Vivica was fresh off blockbuster success in Kill Bill and Two Can Play That Game, while 50 had just dropped his monster debut, Get Rich or Die Trying, and was running the charts. It was one of those, how did that happen, moments in pop culture. But rumors started swirling after 50 shouted her out at the BET Awards, saying he wanted to thank Vivica for wearing that dress. That one line sparked a wildfire, and by the MTV VMAs later that year, they walked the carpet hand in hand like the king and queen of chaos. It was official. They were that couple. Flashy, confident, and completely unfiltered.
I feel like her people were taking advantage of the situation as far as her publicist was concerned.
They were using you for publicity.
The main thing that what killed the relationship was that we just went way too public, way too fast.
Vivica once said 50 filled her house with her favorite flowers for her birthday, calling him a teddy bear and the most romantic man I'd ever met. She sounded head over heels, and 50 looked just as smitten. He even told friends he was planning to propose, with a rumored 12-carat ring on deck. But before that dream could even materialize, the whole fairy tale flipped upside down.
Would you get back together with him?
We would start as friends. We could start as friends, and who knows? Yes.
Wait, never say never. No.
Did you guys make up? Who called who?
I called her.
You did?
Yeah.
That's so sweet. What did you say when you called
I
her?
said, you gotta stop fighting me and get my video.
Would you ever date her again?
Well, the song's about when relationships don't work.
Meaning you're not going to date anymore? Not anymore, no.
I came here to get you, Tyra.
Because as much as Vivica loved the spotlight, 50 hated sharing it. He started feeling like being seen as soft was messing with his street cred. Interviews got weird, jokes got sharper, and suddenly 50 was making comments about their private life on national radio. Everything from what she was like in bed to how he couldn't wait too long the first time they hooked up.
I'm calling the kettle black. So, I mean, you're not insinuating that
he's
50
gay?
Cent is...
Oh my Lord, please.
Oh no, because I let her lick my ass, she thinks I'm gay.
Vivica was mortified. She said she found out they broke up when a friend called her after hearing 50 announce it on the radio. Imagine that, waking up to find out your man just ended the relationship live on air. She said, he didn't even tell me himself. I had to hear it from somebody else. And just like that, the fairy tale ended in public humiliation. 50 moved on, fast, saying she used him for publicity, while Vivica said she was blindsided and heartbroken. The media ate it up. He rapped about her in Get In My Car, spitting lines that made her look like just another fling. Meanwhile, she was crying on talk shows, saying, "It haunted me for a long time because I found out later he wanted to propose to me. But no matter how many years passed, the sparks, or maybe the smoke, never really died. Because Vivica never stopped talking about him. She's brought him up in interviews every few years, always with that mix of nostalgia and what-if energy. She'd say things like, he was my true love, or we could start as friends again, leaving fans thinking maybe she still hadn't moved on. And now, with her recent chemistry never fades comment, it's giving deja vu. 50's reaction was pure comedy, but make no mistake, there's still real bitterness under all that trolling, especially after all the years of public shots they've traded. This latest round feels different though, like 50's over it, but Vivica's still trying to rewrite the narrative. Fans are split. Some say she's just being honest about her past, while others say it's time for her to let that man go. Either way, this new spark just reopened one of the most legendary love feuds in celebrity history. And if 50's recent posts are any clue, he's not done clowning her yet. After that breakup went public, you'd think both of them would move on quietly. But if there's one thing 50 Cent doesn't do, it's quiet. Instead of fading out, he made Vivica part of his pop culture story. Every interview, every lyric, every joke, somehow, her name always came back around. And Vivica? She couldn't stop defending herself even years later. See, their split didn't just end over the phone. It ended in flames, radio talk, interviews, and a full-blown PR circus. 50 started dropping lines about her in his songs, bragging that she thought she was wifey and spent her savings in a day because she liked me. He turned their private story into entertainment. For Vivica, it wasn't just embarrassing, it was devastating. She later said it was the first time she'd ever gone public with a relationship, and the spotlight destroyed them. We just went way too public, way too fast, she admitted. But 50 wasn't done making it public. He joked about her age difference. She was 38, he was 27, and bragged that he couldn't stay serious with someone trying to make him soft. That's when Vivica started firing back, doing interviews of her own to clear her name. She said 50 was lying when he accused her of using him for publicity, that she was already an A-list actress before him. I was starring in Oscar-winning films while he was still proving himself, she told one reporter. And yet, behind all the shade, there was something deeper, that weird chemistry that never really disappeared. Because even as they dragged each other through the mud, they'd have random moments of truce. Like when 50 personally called her years later to ask if she'd appear in one of his music videos. Vivica said she was shocked, but she said yes, because in her words, we could start as friends again. Who knows? But that little olive branch didn't last long. Soon after, 50 threw shots at Empire, the hit show Vivica starred in, saying it was losing ratings because of too much gay stuff. Vivica wasn't having it. She went on national TV and implied that 50 was the one who wasn't straight. Pod calling the kettle black, she said with that iconic smirk. Boom. Internet explosion. 50 came back swinging the way only he can, with memes, posts, and some of the most savage captions in IG history. He reposted an old photo of her and wrote, "She thinks I'm gay because I let her do that one thing once." He even turned it into a 50 Shades of Grey joke. The man turned their breakup into a comedy special. It was messy, ugly, and viral all at once. Vivica clapped back with her own post, sharing a throwback photo of 50 wearing makeup from a film set and daring him to go live with her on Bravo to put this to rest. But of course, he ignored that and kept trolling her. The feud stretched on for years. Petty post after petty post. At one point, it even went quiet. They both seemed to move on. Vivica focused on her TV career, and 50 built his empire with Power BMF and tycoon weekend. But that truce didn't last either, because in 2018, Vivica released her memoir, Every Day I'm Hustling. And once again, there he was. She wrote about their intimate moments, saying they were cherished and passionate, and that she often initiated things because she felt safe with him. She didn't say anything nasty, but for 50, it was enough. He went nuclear online. He posted screenshots of the headlines and wrote, "I thought she moved on. Guess not." He accused her of still writing chapters about me and told fans to buy her book if you want a bedtime story. That reignited the feud all over again. And still, through all that, Vivica kept defending him whenever other celebs tried to come for him. When Nick Cannon mocked 50's weight gain last year, Vivica jumped right in the comments like his personal bodyguard. "Nick, I'd rather be with 50 any day than your community D," she wrote, calling Nick a clout chaser. That's when fans started realizing maybe she never really let go. Because every time someone says something bad about him, she's right there, ready to protect him. Every time a headline drags him, she's got something soft to say about the 50 I knew. It's like she's stuck defending a version of him that doesn't even exist anymore. Meanwhile, 50's been clowning her nonstop. When he saw one of her recent red carpet interviews mentioning him again, he reposted it on his story with a facepalm emoji and said, "You are not gonna ever leave me alone, huh?" He knows how to turn every moment into a punchline, and Vivica keeps giving him material. So here we are, 22 years later, still watching this slow burn drama play out like reruns that never end. And somehow it's always Vivica doing the reminiscing and 50 doing the roasting. The wild part, every time she talks about him, her clips go viral. Every time he trolls her, his followers spike. It's like their chemistry, or their chaos, is keeping both of them relevant in some weird, intertwined way. But one thing's becoming clear. 50's patience with the nostalgia might be running out. Because after her most recent Chemistry Never Fades interview, 50 didn't just post memes. He started dragging her in interviews again. He told a reporter at one of his events, "I wish her the best. She's cool. But I moved on like 15 years ago. I think she's still doing press runs off that relationship." That line hit like a knockout punch. And Vivica? She hasn't responded yet. At least not directly. But you can bet she's seen it, and you can bet she's fuming. Because as much as she wants to move with grace, every time 50 makes her the joke of the week, it pulls her right back in. And fans can't get enough. At this point, it's honestly wild how much staying power this feud has. Every few years, it circles right back like clockwork. Vivica says something soft and sentimental, and 50 flips it into a punchline that trends for days. But this time, it feels different. Because after his latest round of trolling, Vivica didn't laugh it off. She went quiet. And for Vivica, silence always means strategy. See, while 50 was busy reposting memes and joking about old flames that won't cool down, Vivica was setting the record straight in her own way. She popped out last weekend at a charity gala in Beverly Hills dressed to kill, literally dripping in silver, like she was mocking him for calling her outdated. Paparazzi shouted questions about 50, and all she said was, "I'm doing just fine, baby." That one line, calm but cutting, had fans screaming, "Oh, she's done playing nice." It's giving quiet revenge. Because while 50's doing comedy tours and clowning on Instagram, Vivica's been stacking new projects, talk shows, reality TV, producing credits, all while subtly reclaiming her image. And yet, every time she steps into the spotlight, the questions always come back to one thing, him. She can be talking about her business ventures or new film, and the interviewer still sneaks in, "Would you ever give 50 another chance?" And she smiles, always the same little pause before she answers. "We'll always have love. I wish him the best." That's her go-to line. But the internet doesn't buy it. They say her tone always gives away the truth. The warmth, the nostalgia, that flicker in her eyes like she's still replaying those old moments when she was Mrs. Get Rich or Die Trying. Meanwhile, 50's been leaning into the villain role hard. He recently joked during a live show that some people just never recover, and fans knew exactly who he meant. He doesn't even have to say her name anymore. Just one smirk, and everybody gets the message. Still, some fans are starting to flip the script. They say 50's the one keeping it alive now, because for a man who claims he's moved on, he sure brings her up a lot. Every time Vivica trends, 50 jumps in to ride the wave, clowning her on stage, trolling her in captions, acting like he's over it while clearly still checking her page. One fan wrote, "If she's obsessed, what's his excuse? Bro been making her his punchline since Bush was president." And that comment alone racked up thousands of likes. Others say it's mutual. They're both feeding off the attention. Their entire dynamic is this strange mix of tension, memory, and marketing. Two people who once loved each other so loudly they can't stop echoing even decades later. Vivica's not dumb. She knows what she's doing when she mentions him. Every clip goes viral. Every podcast appearance gets traction, and 50, he knows exactly how to turn that into free promotion. It's like they're locked in this endless, unspoken PR tango. Enemies on camera, but business partners in buzz. Still, the energy feels heavier now. Maybe it's because they're older. Maybe it's because the nostalgia hits different when you've both built legacies. Or maybe, deep down, they never got closure. Every sarcastic meme, every half-joking interview might just be covering up what they never actually said to each other. Because behind all the jabs, there's something neither of them ever fully admitted. They changed each other. She was his first taste of real Hollywood glamour, and he was the wild energy that made her feel young again. That mix of chaos and charm, it's the reason the world still remembers their love story 20 years later. But now, it's turned into legend, the rapper, and the actress who couldn't let go. So when Vivica dropped that "chemistry never fades" line this month, it wasn't just nostalgia. It was history repeating itself. One more round in a game neither of them seemed ready to end. And when 50 fired back, laughing it off in public but posting 3 memes about her in 2 days, yeah, the internet could see right through it. At this point, maybe they're both addicted. Not to each other, but to the attention that comes every time their names collide. Either way, fans are eating it up. The comments say it all. They need their own reality show. That's not hate, that's history. 50 stay pressed, Vivica stay reminiscing. Whatever this thing between them is, it's become timeless. Toxic? Probably. Entertaining? Absolutely. And after this latest round, one thing's for sure. Vivica might be sipping wine on talk shows acting unbothered, but 50's still the ghost in her interviews. And as long as he keeps clowning her online, their saga isn't ending anytime soon. Because in 2025, it's not just get rich or die trying. It's petty or die trying. Yo, tell me what y'all think. Is Vivica still obsessed with 50? Or is 50 just obsessed with being the last word in her story? Drop your thoughts below, hit that subscribe button, and let's talk about who's really living rent-free in whose head.